I just have to get to something here really quick. I think that's it. All right. So yes, Invicta watches here tonight. Watch Wednesday. Now, big note here is this is the only live stream I have this week. Thank you for the hearts already. Holy smokes. So this is the only live stream I do have during the course of this week, only tonight. So there's no TikTok tomorrow night and there's no TikTok on Friday. However, through August and September, it's going to be standing. So it's going to be Watch Wednesday, and then it's going to be TikTok on Thursday at 7:30 p.m. East. And then Friday will be TikTok also at noon Eastern. So just wanted to let you guys know that, put that in your calendars. Follow me on social media, which is the Ryan Code. That is on Instagram, TikTok, and also, let's see, where else am I? X. And then I'm Invicta Ryan on Facebook. Now here's the thing with Shop HQ, give Shop HQ a follow. Shop HQ basically on everything. And with the platforms, I'll be on Shop HQ on TikTok here then next week, but I'll send out links to that too. Excuse me, I'm sorry. So it is almost the end of July. So here's the deal. We do have a coupon code for you that's available, and it's going to save you 15% off. I want you to write that down. It is going to be July 26 watch. July 26 watch. So July 2026. So July 26 watch. And that will save you 15% off. I don't believe there's any minimum order. So go ahead and do that, because one watch here tonight, sometimes it has to be like $99 or under. I have a watch, I think it's like $69.99, and then you add 15% off on that. It's a really good deal. All right, let's see what else we have here. Tim is the first one to say hello tonight. Hi, Tim. Mike B is always in the house. Good to see you, Mike. And also Juan, thank you so much. Hearts from Juan and friends. All right, thank you, brother. I genuinely appreciate that. So we're going to be on with Invicta Watches here tonight. Let me just get to the first item. And I'm actually going to start from a different item than this one. I'm going to go right here. Start with something really unique. Hey, Matthew. Good to see you. Matthew, hello. Ryan might be in the house. Some hearts. All right, you guys. I love the hearts and everything else. Okay, well, let's get started on something. And this first watch is actually really, really cool. This first timepiece, this is something that has, oh, you know what? Let me check one thing really quick. Okay. So this timepiece, I remember when I first saw it, and I didn't even know all the intricacies about it. So it's stemming from the Artist series from Invicta. And this is going to be by far the most unique case design that you will see during this live stream, and probably out of any live stream thus far, perhaps, if not the top 5 for sure. So let's look at this timepiece right here. We're looking at the Artist series, and this is called the Men's 50mm Artist Quartz Skull Case Etched Bracelet Watch. How cool is this? Now you can definitely see the skull look that goes along with this, and you'll be able to see like the mouth, and look at this, there's even a jaw that goes around this Etruscan work that's a part of it. We'll get into a little bit more detail. But look at this, just designed for the timepiece. I mean, it is really unlike anything that you have ever seen. And this is, you know, with Invicta, with their creative nature, that can create something like this. Now, there's one really cool thing I'm going to show you about this timepiece. If you've never seen this again, you're welcome, Juan. You're welcome, mi hermano. Look at this. The jaw actually moves. See that? I mean, it's a little, you know, something cool, but there's a little extra added bonus that goes along inside. Look really close as I open up the jaw. You see, oh, you know what? Maybe it's not going to show. Where's my light? Shoot, I don't think this light's going to show it. Let me see. Can you see? Oh, yeah, you can see inside. Let me see. It actually says Invicta on the inside, right up here. Oh, yeah, there you can see it. See, it says Invicta. How cool is that, you guys? So if you've never seen this before, Watch Junkie, thank you for being here. This is really, really cool, intricate design. Let me just show you what the watch looks like on the wrist. Then we'll talk about the different color choices and everything else that's involved with the watch. Look at that. I mean, the watch is even ergonomically correct. It's not even symmetrical. I mean, it's lopsided with the big part of the skull. Then you have the jaw that's much smaller. Now, of course, this is on backwards for me. Check out that watch. How different, how unique. And then just even like plays in a little bit more, like with the eye socket and the nasal cavity right here. That's a part of the design here, just on the inside. And a little bit more of that sort of Gothic font for the Arabic numerals on the inside for the hour markers here, like this. Can I see Invicta in its mouth? Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, isn't that really cool? So yeah, a lot of hearts on this. Now here's the deal. There are three different color choices. The color choice I have right here is actually the black. There's a silver tone version and then also a gold tone version. So check those out. Click on and see what those different versions look like. If you just click on it off to the side of the screen, you'll be able to click on either silver tone, the black, or the gold tone. So the gold tone is really plated in that 18 karat gold. Looks really cool here for the timepiece. All right, now here's the deal. MSRP, $17.95. Shop HQ brought that down 90%, down to $179.99. But if you have that coupon code, that July 26 watch, write that down on a post-it, whatever it is. Don't forget it because it's valid here tonight. It brings the watch from $179.99, already on sale at 90% off, down to $152.99, or basically $153. $153 for perhaps the most unique watch that would be in your own personal collection. So I think this is, I just, like I said before, I just love the creativity that goes along with this, the attention to detail with the jaw that actually opens up, but then it actually says Invicta on the inside. And then just all this design work, that Etruscan work that has been done with the timepiece. We're gonna have two different colors basically. I'm just double checking. It's almost like a gray that goes in all the different cavities. And then what's raised up then is gray on, or is the black on this. So just completely different. What I also like about this watch is you're getting an upgraded scissor style deployment closure. I'm not seeing that all that often right now. So this is an upgraded clasp that is extremely sturdy. It's very comfortable and it just looks really nice also. Invicta will in addition, include in the micro adjustments here. So you can get that perfect fit and feel on the wrist. Now in terms of wrist sizes, what are we looking at? I'll bring out the cone of sizing, and that is where the hearts come up on my live stream. We're looking at a 9-inch wrist. Yeah, 9 inches right there for this watch. Pretty cool. Now, in addition to that, a couple of the other features with the timepiece is we're looking at the PC21 from Time Module Inc. So that's going to be your 3-hand movement on the inside, quartz movement. The accuracy for this is going to be about less than 20 seconds per month. So you get a nice accurate movement that's accompanying this watch. Bracelet should be right around 28 millimeters. I'll measure that out here in just a second. And then on top of that, we're looking at a Flame Fusion crystal. Flame Fusion crystal right here, which is done in a dome shape, as you can probably see right here, that gives you that magnification effect. Look at that as you're looking on the inside. And speaking of that, look at the Arabic numerals as I mentioned before on the inside. Very cool. A bit of that sort of Gothic type of look for the Arabic numerals. And you'll see they're only really on, they only go from 2 all the way over to 7. So you get about 8 of those. 4 of them are missing because you have the aspects of the skull from the inside of the watch, or outside of the watch, carrying on the inside of the timepiece here. So, all right, let's see. As I mentioned before, wrist size, we're looking at about that 9 inches. Let's do some measurements here on the timepiece. Yeah, the cone of sizing. Watch like a nice piece. Matthew says, that's fire. Phil, hey everyone. Oh, you have 3 of the skull watches. Cool design. Bob Cohen is here too. Now, it looks like, I think it's a complete circle. So we'll look at the diameter right here of the crystal. And the crystal's right at about that 38 millimeters. Yeah, it's completely circular. Going west to east, and that includes in the crown, that'd be from 3 to 9, right at about 50 millimeters right there. 50 millimeters. Case thickness, and that includes the dome crystal. We're looking at about that, right at that 20 millimeters. I don't even know how, I mean, north to south, including the jaw. What is that? 66, almost 67 millimeters. However, look at the design of the watch. So you have the flat case back, but then it's going to arc and curve down when you have the watch on your wrist. Bracelet size, 28 millimeters, but I think it will taper down just a little bit. Let's see. We're looking at about that, what is that, 25.7. 25.7, double check. 20, so about 26, and it will taper down to 22. So it goes down 4 millimeters. The bracelet's nice and thick too. We're looking at about 4.2 millimeters on the watch. Yeah. Hey, Bob, good to see you. So 3 different color choices. We're looking at silver tone. I have the black, and there's also then that gold tone variation. So let me just look at any other critical features that go along here with the watch. You know, one other thing too is I like the flame fusion crystal. It's a part of it. Look at the hands too. They're almost like a little bit of a sword, if you will, on the inside. A little more decorative design for the inside here for the timepiece in terms of the hour, minute, and second hand. All right. That's a hot timepiece. I like it. It's one of the most uniques. I do remember presenting this and launching it, and I mean, you guys were just floored when we presented this timepiece for the very first time. And there have been some really cool, there's even like there's been an iridescent variation of this watch. So it's been really fun to see. I'll put it on my wrist one more time here for you guys. Here it is. Like even my wrist size, it would fit quite easily. Okay. Let's see any questions from you guys. You guys are liking this. Now remember, use that coupon code July26watch. July26watch, because I'll bring this watch from that. Let me get to the numbers here really quick. Brings this from $179.99 down to $152.99. $179.99 down to $152.99. Amazing timepiece. That's a lot of fun. Now I'm going to go in the completely different direction, more conservative. You probably couldn't find a bigger difference between 2 different watches as with the artist with the skull and then the specialty. I mean, we have classic design here. We have just completely unique here. All right, let's go along with this. So we're going to talk about the 43 millimeter specialty. Yeah, I've been talking about, I have so many timepieces here, and I was really around that 47 to that 52 millimeters for a lot of my watches. I do have a number of 40 millimeters and some 42s, like some glycines that are 42 millimeters, pro divers that are 42 millimeters. But 43 is just a really, really nice size for so many people. A big aspect that goes along with the 43 millimeter is that just the readability on the inside, especially with a really clean dial such as this watch has, I start to appreciate just more and more as I have to wear glasses now. You know, when I'm looking at things, I don't need them all the time, but I appreciate that. All right, let's talk about this timepiece here. So this is technically called the 43 millimeter specialty quartz fluted bezel. I'll talk about what that is. Luminous index markers bracelet watch. The regular price, MSRP, is $495. But the sale price, Shop HQ brought it down 86%, down to $69.99. But of course, if you use that coupon code July26watch, which will work for tonight, I don't know if it will work tomorrow and the following day, but place your order here tonight if you see something that you like, whether it's one of these watches or else it's something else. Using July26watch takes it from $69.99 down to $59.49. How sweet is that? All right, $59.49 here for this timepiece, under $60. All right, let's talk about this timepiece. I like, first of all, the size, 43 millimeters. I've always said it's the perfect unisex size. Women are between that 38 and 42 millimeter for a modern size. Gentlemen's classic size is between 40 millimeters and 46 millimeters. This is right smack dab in the middle. Everybody can wear it. Even though it says men's in the title, I'm ignoring that, all right? So, talking about this timepiece here, now there are 4 different color options. What I have is called the Robin's Egg Blue. There's a silver tone, a black, and also a gold tone. So 4 different color choices for you to be able to choose from. I only have the Robin's Egg Blue here right now. So let's talk about this a little bit further. Now it mentions in the title, the fluted bezel. So the fluted bezel is actually this design of that edge work that goes around for that stationary bezel on the watch. And I want you to look at and appreciate how the light is captured by that bezel. I mean, first of all, you get that beautiful blue that people are going to notice from afar. But also, especially out in the sunlight, you're going to see that bezel that's just going to light up here from any direction the light is actually hitting it. And that's called that fluted bezel, that edged bezel design. Stationary, you'll see it on all different types of watches from all different price points here. And along with this, we have the classic bracelet, the 3-link bracelet design that is going to be the brushed outer links in a vertical fashion, a high polished center link. Now here's the thing too, I like this bracelet. I like the clasp on it. You'll see Invicta's name is branded right there, but you press those 2 buttons, easily opens up the bracelet here for this timepiece. Audible click. Once you have that watch down and secure on the wrist, and of course, you can take out a couple links that go along with the timepiece also. Now let's look at real quick with the count of sizing, what size wrist will this fit up to? Yeah, we're looking at 8.5 inches that this watch will actually fit up to. So a wide variety of wrist sizes. Now we also talk about the luminescent markers. So let's bring down, or I will bring down, you guys aren't, I am. Bring down the lights for a second. I'll just give it a quick hit here with some light and we'll see what the watch looks like because I think the luminescence is an important part of this timepiece. All right, and then here we go. Oh, look at that. That's popping really, really well. The Arabic numerals, the index markers, 8 of them, and then also you'll be able to see the last 50% of both the hour and the minute hand inside of the watch are having that nice green glow. Hey, look at this. Venom Kevin is here. Mike B in the house. Mike B says he loves the blue. Venom Kevin just crashed the party. Good to see you, buddy. Let's catch up sometime here soon. And look at this. Yeah, Venom Kevin's taking over the show right now. No, it doesn't matter about me. It doesn't matter about the watches. Venom Kevin is here. Okay, beautiful timepiece. 4 different color choices. You guys, this is one of those giftable items. $59.49 after you use that coupon code July26 watch and saving 15%. Okay, let me just look at anything else about the watch that I missed. I'll go through a couple quick measurements. 50 meters of water resistance. And we have the mineral crystal, the PC, let's see. Yeah, the PC 20S, 0 joules. You're looking at about 30 seconds or less in terms of accuracy per month to keep within the time. Over 2 years, battery life, probably 3, honestly, that goes along with the timepiece. Let's do some quick measurements. All right, cool. All right, let's look at a couple of the measurements here. We're looking at the crystal. The crystal is going to be, what, 32, 35? Okay, 35.5 millimeters. Going right here, we're looking at that 43 millimeters. Overall profile, 10.5 millimeters. Lug to lug. We try to do this really quick. I know Bob Cohen always likes to know the lug to lug, so I'm trying to accommodate that. And I know he's here, especially tonight. We're looking at about 50 millimeters. And then west to east, including the crown, is going to be hovering right at 42, 43 millimeters also. Now the bracelet at the very top is going to be right at about just under 22 millimeters, and it will taper down a little bit to about 19.5. Okay. Beautiful timepiece, you guys. Let me put it on my wrist. I mean, it would look nice. I have on a pair of like kind of some pink shorts. I have on this white shirt, and this blue would just look really, really sharp with what I have on. Okay. All right, you guys, one more. Now, more of you are on right now. Be sure to follow Shop HQ, you guys. Also, check out Shop HQ's other categories. Shop HQ, I just met with one of the buyers yesterday, and he's going through stuff, he's resetting, he's taking in your comments of what you'd like to see. And check out too, it's just not only watches, it's a lot more here also with Shop HQ. All right, Ali, thank you. Yeah, I like that color also. Very, very nice. Okay, last timepiece here tonight. Last timepiece, and I actually own this watch. I was going to bring it down, but I just didn't have time to go and find it, just with all the cases. I have my watches somewhat organized, but I don't know where everything is all the time. So yeah. All right, last watch right here of the evening. Let me just I have to bring up a little bit of light on my computer. Okay, we're looking at the S1 collection. So I've actually had one of these for quite a while. Same exact watch, same colors. I believe the same movement on the inside. comfortable too, and definitely sporty with the S1 collection from Invicta, which is talks about the racing, and the motto is going the distance. Okay, now look at this timepiece. I like it for the colors that go along with it. The red is definitely popping on the silicone strap. You'll see it for the index markers on the bezel. You'll see the 12, the 8, and also the 4 on the inside of the dial have the red. And then look at the lower bezel. The first notch of the bezel is actually done in that red too, and then the black ionic plating. This is hot. So here's the deal. Regular price, $795, but ShopHQ said, nope, I'm bringing that down. We're bringing that down 87%, down to $99.99. So when you use that coupon code July 26 watch, it takes it from $99.99 down to $84.99, along with the 3-year warranty that Invicta will provide you. So this is a no-lose situation. All it is win, win, win. Now, there is only one color choice, and that color choice is this one. It's referring to black, even though it does have the accents of the red that go along with it. So let's go along here and see. Now, the movement on the inside is actually the Epson, the VR32. And so Epson and Seiko, they're actually... they have a tie and a relationship with a family that's been around forever. One doesn't technically own the other, but I think also the Seiko family, I think like 10% of them still own like Epson. So there is definitely a relationship, but they run independently here. They go along with it. So this is the VR30. So you get that quartz chronograph, 0 joules, and you're getting within 20 seconds per month and 3+ years in terms of battery life here with the timepiece. Now, of course, if you run the watch, you run the chronograph all the time perpetually, it will draw more on that battery and it won't last that 3 years. Okay, let's look at this. So I like the italicized font on the inside. Underneath that Flame Fusion crystal, which is that scratch resistant, impact resistant crystal here for this timepiece. And then you do have your 24-hour scale at that 3 o'clock subdial. 9 o'clock, look at that. 9 o'clock, it's pretty cool. Look when I hit the chronograph to start. You'll see it's 3 different hands that are moving. And then the one you want to look at is actually the one highlighted in the red here for the watch. Then, of course, your minutes are going to be over at that 9 o'clock subdial inside of this timepiece. So if I hit stop, I can hit reset, goes back to 0. Also, you'll see right at the very bottom there at that 6 o'clock position is your calendar date of the month here for the timepiece also. Now, this is that dual injected strap. So you have the red that goes along with it on both sides, 2 floating keepers to be able to keep that extra strap in place if you have a little bit of a smaller wrist size. If memory serves me right, I don't think this watch is going to fit the very large wrists, and I'll get out the count of sizing here in just a minute. But overall, fantastic timepiece. I mean, look at that. We'll do some measurements here too. You know what? I apologize if it's Ali or Ali. So the watch I'm wearing is just my 40mm Pro Diver, my first Invicta timepiece from 20 years ago. Just had it on today. So yeah, that's it. And actually, you can find that on ShopHQ's website. They still make Invicta still makes it, still available through ShopHQ. You can use that July 26 watch and save 15% off. I don't know how much it is, but type in Invicta 40mm Pro Diver Automatic. You'll find it. There are a couple different color choices too that go along with it. Yeah. Oh, Matthew says own it, very comfortable. Oh, Claus is here now too. Yeah, you're welcome. Oh, I forgot which one I said first. I said Ali or Ali. Ali. So I think it's Ali. I'll go with that. All right, here we go with the timepiece. Yet again, let's do some quick measurements, but let me put it on the wrist really quick so you guys can see that. Cone of sizing. Like I said, I don't think this watch, if I remember right, doesn't go up to like the larger wrist sizes. I might be wrong though, but I might be right. Well, let's see, we get probably 8.5. Yeah, it's not gonna hit that 9. If you have a 9-inch wrist, that won't work. Okay, let's do some quick measurements here. Ollie, yep, okay, you got it. Okay, got you from now on, brother. Okay, some measurements here. Let's look at the crystal. Flame Fusion crystal is going to be with this timepiece. We're looking at about 40mm case diameter should be right around that 50. Oh, it's 53, really? Hold on a second. Let me just double check. 52, let's see. Let me just see, what do we have for this? I thought it was it 52? Yeah, 52. Okay, that makes sense. I'm sorry about that. So 52 millimeters. Profile coming up off the wrist is going to be about 16 millimeters. If we include in the crown going west to east, this is going to be pretty big. Was that 59? 59, almost 60 millimeters. Lug to lug for Mr. Bob Cohen. Let's see here. We are looking at right there. Another 59? Yeah, 59. 59 millimeters. Strap. Strap is going to start out a little bit wider, right at that 31 millimeters. That's pretty impressive. And it's going to go all the way then down to about 25 and a half millimeters, 26. So, all right, beautiful timepiece here. What do you guys think about this? Remember, use that coupon code July26watch. I don't believe there's any minimum on it. So you can go ahead, place that order, get something in. Maybe you know somebody who's really liking red. Actually, it's pretty cool. My favorite color is blue, as probably many of you know, but I've been incorporating some red into things that I'm buying lately. Like my wallet has some red in it. What was it? I think I bought a flashlight or something that had some red in it too. I don't know, I'm just having some things that have that accent of red. It's just really popping. Blue is my dad's favorite color. Red is actually my mom's favorite color. So maybe I'm just incorporating a little bit of both of that into my life. Let's see. All right, Mike, I will be on. So you guys, here's the thing. I got to jump out of here too. The next time I will be on is going to be next Wednesday. Same time, same channel right here. It will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. Then next week also, for the next 2 months, for all of August, all of September, here's the schedule. Right here, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Thursdays will be on TikTok at 7:30 p.m. and Fridays will be on TikTok at noon Eastern. All right, that's going like for the next 8 weeks starting next week. So everything's going to be consistent. All right. Oh, sweet. All right. Juan is going for the S1. That sounds great. Ali, you have a good night too, brother. Thank you all for being here. I'm going to go grab a little quick bite to eat. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to follow Shop HQ on all their social media platforms. Sign up also for the text alerts and the email alerts. And follow me. I am the Ryan Code on Instagram, on X, and also on TikTok. And then on Facebook, it happens to be Invicta Ryan. So enjoy your evening, everybody. Truly appreciate each and every one of you being here. And I will catch you in 1 week from now. Enjoy